Hello everyone, and welcome to this YouTube channel. The channel is Frederick Wanjala. That is the name of the channel, Wanjala Frederick. If you haven't subscribed, please consider hitting that subscription button and the notification bell so that you can get new and amazing content from this channel. Today we are going straight and talk about the diversity visa program that is currently going on. So many people of you refer it as green card lottery application. We are going to quickly go through the requirements, the do's and the don'ts. Yes, that is the 2023 diversity visa program. So what are some of the reasons one can consider applying for the DV lottery? Please leave comments at the comment section. Give me let us share some of the reasons that can make you personally to apply for this lottery. As per my research, not that deep research, but I've come to realize that one might need to escape maybe conflicts, maybe due to environmental factors. He or she needs to escape poverty, high standards of living in his or her home country. Maybe she has personal needs. Maybe he or she needs to seek for higher education, love. Maybe it might be because of family influence, seeking change of adventure. Those are some of the reasons one can actually choose to consider applying for the DV lottery. What are some of your reasons that can actually make you to apply for this lottery? Just comment at the comment section, a comment section there, and let's see. So before continuing, we need to look at the application procedure. How do you actually make an application of develop the 2023-2024 lottery? First of all, you need this link. This is an official link that you need for you to make an application. This is the link. So with this link, after opening this link, it will direct you to this website, dvprogram.state.gov. This is the official website for green card application. So you'll be required to enter some information, your entrant information, that is part 1, your name, your last name, either maybe family name, first name and the middle name. For example, some people have 2 names, the first name and the last name. So you'll just type your last name and the last name, your last name and the first name, then click on the no middle name box. Just check on the no middle name box. That one will be okay. The next thing, the point number 2, that is gender. You need to confirm whether you are male or female. There are only 2 options here. Either you are a male or a female. Yeah, those are the only options here. The third entrant information you need to declare is your date of birth, your month, day and year. Make sure they are correct. Yes. And the city where you're born. Please make sure you key in the city where you're born, and I mean the country where you're born. For example, you're in Kenya or Uganda or you're in Tanzania, just key in the country where you're born. Same to point number 5, the country of eligibility. You need to make sure that the country you're applying, you are born, is eligible for DV program. You just check in yes. Then the most important thing is the photograph, the passport photo. That is point number 7. That is the most important part. The most important part of this. So after keying in all those things, the passport information, this time round is not a must. You don't need a passport to apply the DV lottery. It's not a must this round, but the previous lotteries, a passport was a must. Yes, so let us see the passport requirements, the photograph requirements for this application. This is, in fact, this is the most important part of this application. The applicant or co-applicants, I mean the primary or the principal applicant, both the spouse and children must face the camera directly. You must face the camera directly, and both ears and eyes must be 100% visible, unless head coverings are worn for religious reasons, in which case both eyes must be 100% visible. In addition, the person being photographed must not look up, may either look up, down, or to the side. You must be straight. The height of the head of the photo must be between 60, either 50 to 60 of the complete photo, height. You know what I mean. The height of the head in the photo must be between 50 to 69% of the complete photo height. The height of the eyes, measured from the bottom of the photo to the level of the eyes, must be between 56% to 69% of the total photo height. Photos where the applicant is wearing glasses, sunglasses, or other decorative items are not applicable, and this will lead to ground for those disqualifications. So in short, you need to focus on the camera, be straight, don't look down or up, make sure your head covers 50 to 60% of the complete photo height. The photo should be 600 by 600 pixels, that is in square. It should be 600 by 600 pixels. Yes, if you are wearing a hat for no religious reasons, your photo is unacceptable and your application will be disqualified of the same reason. Don't put on your hat if it's not for religious reasons. In the case of head coverings for religious reasons, the applicant's face must be completely visible. And no part of the face must be hidden by the head covering. Photos submitted by the applicants must be in 24 bits per pixel color. That is, it should not be black and white, because black and white photographs will be disqualified, will lead to a direct disqualification. And the photo should be 600 by 600 as shown. 600 by 600, yes. All photos submitted by the applicant must be in JPEG or JPG format. It should be JPEG. It will automatically reject if it's not either JPEG or JPG or PNG, GIF, JPG, BMP. The system will automatically reject the photo. But if the dimensions are not 600 by 600, yes, the system will accept the photo, but you will be disqualified at the end. Get me clear? It won't accept the photo if it's not in the specified formats, either JPEG, JPG, and these other formats. It won't accept, but the dimensions it might accept. But if it's not in 600 by 600 pixels, you will be disqualified. Get me clear? So what are the eligibilities of the diversity visa 2024? We now need to look at the eligibilities. B, you should be a native of a qualifying country by either you are born in a qualifying country or married to someone born in a qualifying country. Let's say you are a Kenyan, you are born in Kenya, so you acquired your citizenship by birth. That is the first option. Or you can acquire citizenship by marriage. Either you are coming from another country, marrying a Kenyan and staying in Kenya, you will be a Kenyan citizen by marriage. Yes. You need to have at least a high school education or its equivalent. You need to have a high school education or its equivalent. Those are the two eligibilities of diversity visa 2024. Either you have a high school education, so there are some simple steps before actually one is given that final visa, diversity visa, to travel abroad. There are some steps involved. The first step, as you all know, is to submit an entry. You need to submit an entry, a diversity visa entry that we've looked in our first chapter. So there is always a limited time for application. Like this time round, the application was opened on 5th of this month. This is October. It was opened on October 5th and it will close on 8th November next month. So this is a limited, there is always a limited time for application during which you can register for the DV program each fiscal year, and it is usually submitted electronically. So that is the first step. You need to submit an entry. I've given you the link. Click on that link, fill in the details, the photo, all the dimensions and all that. So the second step is selection of applicants. This, I don't know how it's usually done, but it's a random process by the department. The Department of State conducts a random selection of diversity visa program applicants based on allocations. Maybe visas, 50,000 visas were allocated, so a random selection will be done, and an electronic random selection will be done based on allocations of available visas in each region and country. If your entry is selected, you will be directed to a confirmation page that will provide further instructions. So it's visas are always limited. So what if you are selected? What if you are selected? The Department of State will not mail notifications, letters, or notify selectees by email, or rather the US embassies and consulates will not provide a list of selectees. I don't know if you've understood. The Department of State will not mail notification letters, though you provided an email during application, but you won't be notified whether you are qualified for the entry level or you've been disqualified. You need to check by your own through an entrance status check on the electronic diversity website. There is a unique code after application. There is a unique code that you are provided with, and you are asked to either print or save it somewhere. So that code is the one that is used to check your status. Either you've been qualified, you are qualified, or you've been disqualified. That is the only code that will help you to check your status. So that is the only method that is used to notify selectees on their selection. So you need to keep that code safely. Either you can print it out or just keep it safe into your email or somewhere else. So you need to confirm your confirmation after you've been selected. What next? You need to confirm your confirmation. The diversity program requires the principal diversity applicant to have a high school education. As we have looked previously, you need to have a high school education or its equivalent, or 2 years of qualifying work experience as defined under provisions of US laws. If you do not have either the required education or qualifying experience, you are not eligible for diversity visa. If you are not qualified for the above specifications, then you are not qualified. And this one is applicable only to that principal applicant. Principal applicant, I mean, maybe the main applicant had some children and maybe spouse. So I'm talking about the principal applicant. This one doesn't apply to both the children and the spouse. So after that, after confirming your confirmation, maybe if you qualify, if you qualify for being issued with a visa, then you need to submit your immigrant visa and alien registration application. This is done by the principal applicant, and all family members applying for a DV visa program must complete what we call Form DS-260. You applied for the program. You was randomly selected. You have confirmed that you qualify for being issued with a visa. You now need to submit your immigrant visa and alien registration application. And you need to fill a form that is called DS-260. Then after that filling the form, the DS-260, you need now to submit supporting documents. After the Kentucky Consular Center, that is KCC, receives receives and processes the DS-260 application form for you and your accompanying family, you receive instructions for how to submit the required documents. After submitting supporting documents, the DS-260 and all other documents, you're now waiting for the interview now. After the KCC, that is Kentucky Consular Center, has reviewed your completed DS-260, you may review an email from now. That is where your email comes in now. You may review an email from KCC to let you know that the US Embassy you selected on your DS form, that is where your email now comes in after the interview. You should prepare for your interview thoroughly and carefully. You should prepare your interview thoroughly and carefully. Failure to be fully prepared for your interview at the US Embassy or Consulate can result in delay or denial of your visa application. Carefully review United States Embassy instructions. Schedule and complete a medical examination. Gather photographs and all remaining documents such as appointment information, the DS-260 confirmation page, which you can print it out, passport, original documents, or certified copies. That is, if you are married, the birth certificate, the marriage certificate, and so on. After the interview, now you are required to pay the fee and the diversity visa fee. Before interviews, each applicant must pay the diversity visa fee. for the previous year, that is 2022, the diversity fee was $330 per person. You know, this fee is non-refundable. Whether a visa is issued or not, it's non-refundable. You need this is equivalent to 33,000 Kenyan money. Yeah, that is good. That is a good money. That is. So applicants interview. You now paid the fee, submitted the documents. You are now waiting for the interview. So prior to the interview, ensure you have followed the US Embassy interview preparations and instructions. You and your spouse and any qualified unmarried children migrating with you should attend the interview. So what is it after the interview? After the interview, what next? So at the end of your immigrant visa interview at the United States Embassy, the consular officer will inform you whether your visa application is approved or denied. Visa, maybe in this situation, maybe your visa is approved. When approved, you will be informed how and when your passport and visa will be returned to you. What if your visa is denied because of some other circumstances? If denied, you will be informed why you are ineligible to receive a visa. You will be clearly informed. Visa approval. When your visa is approved, your diversity visa will be placed on a page in your passport, together with a sealed immigrant packet. You will also receive a sealed packet containing documents that must be presented to the US Customer and Border Protection at a point of entry. So after being given the visa, the diversity visa attached on your passport and the sealed immigrant packet, you are now given a time frame when you should travel. You know, this visa expires, so you are given a time frame when you should travel. You must arrive and apply for after arriving in the United States, you must apply for admission in the United States not longer than the visa expiration date printed on your visa. Normally, a diversity visa usually expires 6 months from the date of assurance. So after being given the visa, the sealed immigrant packet, you need to travel to the US before your visa expires. On arriving in the United States, you need to apply for admission before your visa actually expires. Then you'll be a permanent resident. Now you are entering the United States of America. You are now at the final phase. You're now entering the United States of America. So when traveling to the US, the principal applicant must enter before or at the same time as the family members with visas. I'm the principal secretary. I mean the principal applicant. Used to principal secretary, no. Principal applicant. My spouse and my children, I have to arrive with them at the same time, or I have to arrive first so that they can come after me with their visas. With your diversity visa, before it actually expires, if you are admitted, you will enter as a lawful permanent resident, who is also called a green card holder, and will be permitted to work and live permanently in the United States of America. You're now a permanent resident of the United States of America with your green card, with your diversity visa card. You're now a permanent resident. That means you can undertake your duties there. You can work and live permanently there. How does it feel? How does it feel? So with that, for those who will make it to that far, I wish you all the best and enjoy your stay in the United States of America. I'm Frederick Wanzala. If you want to follow me on my social handles, just follow me at Frederick Wanzala Frederick on Facebook, on Twitter Wanzala Frederick 14, on TikTok at div_ke, on Instagram Sir Frederick Wanzala. Here on YouTube Wanzala Frederick, Facebook, everywhere. I'm everywhere. On LinkedIn, everywhere. Thank you for your time, and may God bless you as you enjoy your stay in the United States of America. Thank you.